All right, so we're diving into distillation operator interviews today, um, using some guides from RoleCatcher, and they've got some really interesting insights about what hiring managers are looking for.
Yeah, it's a pretty specialized field,
Mm.
and they want to make sure you're not just book smart, but you can actually handle the job.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So they might hit you with a question like, what are some common problems that can arise during distillation? But they're not looking for a textbook answer here.
No, they want to see you think on your feet. So you could mention things like temperature or pressure fluctuations, equipment malfunctions, even contamination.
Yeah, like, okay, what if you're in the control room and suddenly the temperature in the column spikes?
Yeah,
How do you even begin to figure out what's going on?
right. What steps would you take to get it back under control? It's about showing them you can diagnose the problem and fix it.
That's where RoleCatcher's AI tools are really cool, too. You can actually practice answering these questions and get feedback tailored to this specific job,
It's like having a personal interview coach in your pocket.
right? Speaking of things that are super important in this field, safety is huge. They'll definitely want to hear about your experience with safety procedures.
Not just reciting the rules, but how you've actually applied them. Like, tell me about a time you had to respond to a safety incident.
Yeah, or even better, what steps do you personally take to ensure a safe working environment every single day?
Because they're looking for someone who's proactive about safety, not just reactive.
Okay, here's one that really lets you show off your expertise. Describe your experience with distillation process optimization,
This is your chance to shine. Talk about strategies you've used to improve things.
like adjusting operating parameters, implementing new technologies, or maybe you collaborated with others to streamline the process.
And don't forget about the results. Did you increase yield? Reduce waste? They want to hear about those wins.
Absolutely. They love concrete examples. Speaking of which, they might ask you to describe a time you had to troubleshoot a problem with distillation equipment.
Pick a challenging situation. Walk them through your approach and highlight how you fixed it.
And be ready for follow-up questions like, what did you learn from that experience? Or how would you do things differently next time?
They want to see that you're a continuous learner, always improving.
Right. Here's one that tests your big picture knowledge. What are the key factors that affect the efficiency of a distillation process?
This is where you show off your deep understanding of the system.
Talk about temperature, pressure, reflux ratio, feed composition, even the design of the column itself.
How do all those pieces work together to influence the final product? Show them you get it.
Now let's talk a little bit about career aspirations. They might ask something like, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
And RoleCatcher's Career Guide can help you brainstorm that. They talk about different career paths you can take, like moving into management.
So even if you're just starting out, it's good to have a vision for where you want to go.
Right. And you can use RoleCatcher's AI to help you articulate those goals in a way that employers understand.
All right, back to those interview questions. This one can be a little tricky. What are the safety hazards associated with operating distillation equipment?
It's not just about knowing the hazards, it's about knowing how to stay safe.
So talk about high temperatures, pressurized systems, flammable materials, the importance of PPE.
But then take it a step further. How do you personally ensure a safe working environment every day?
Show them that you don't just follow the rules, you live and breathe safety.
Exactly. Here's a technical one to get your gears turning. What are the different types of distillation columns and their applications?
You'll want to be able to discuss the pros and cons of each type, like pack versus tray columns.
And how those design choices affect efficiency and product purity.
This is another spot where RoleCatcher's AI comes in handy. You can see what types of columns this company uses and tailor your answer accordingly.
It's like having a little bit of insider information.
Okay, now here's a question that really lets you show your passion. Why are you interested in a career as a distillation operator?
Don't just repeat what you read on their website. Let your enthusiasm shine through.
Yeah, help them understand what drew you to this field. What challenges excite you? How do you want to contribute?
RoleCatcher can help you craft a compelling answer here, too. You can research the company's values and tie those into your own goals.
So it's not just about getting the job, it's about finding a place where you truly fit.
Exactly. Let's move on to quality control. How do you ensure the quality of the distillate produced?
This is all about attention to detail. They want someone meticulous who takes pride in their work.
Talk about your process for following procedures, identifying deviations, and making corrections.
And if you've implemented any specific quality control measures in the past, definitely mention those.
Show them you're proactive about quality.
Okay, here's a good one to test your problem-solving skills. Imagine the pressure in the distillation column suddenly drops. How would you troubleshoot this problem?
This is where you show you're calm under pressure.
First, assess the situation. Check your gauges, inspect for leaks, try to pinpoint the cause.
Don't forget about communication. Would you notify a supervisor? Consult with someone? Show them you're a team player.
Okay, let's dive into some distillation theory. What is the difference between batch and continuous distillation?
Be ready to explain the advantages and disadvantages of each method.
When would you choose one over the other? What are the trade-offs?
And again, RoleCatcher's AI can help you research what methods this specific company uses.
It's all about tailoring your answer to show you've done your homework.
All right, last one for this part. Do you have any questions for us? This is your chance to shine.
Don't waste it by saying, no, I think you've covered everything.
Come prepared with thoughtful questions that show you're truly interested.
Ask about the company culture, their commitment to professional development, specific challenges of the role.
It's your chance to gather information and make sure this is the right fit for you.
So before we wrap up, I want to emphasize how helpful RoleCatcher's AI tools can be for interview prep.
It's like having a team of career experts in your corner, helping you tailor your answers and showcase your strengths.
They can give you personalized feedback and help you feel confident going into that interview.
So use those resources to your advantage and get ready to impress. All right, so picking up where we left off, let's talk about showcasing your understanding of the bigger picture, the industry as a whole.
Yeah, they might ask you something like, what are some current trends or challenges facing the oil and gas industry?
This is where you can really stand out by showing you're not just focused on the day-to-day tasks.
Right. Think about things like sustainability, environmental regulations,
Mm-hmm.
the shift towards renewables. How does that all tie into the role of a distillation operator?
Exactly. How can you contribute to a more sustainable future? How can you adapt your skills to meet the evolving demands?
It's all about showing them you're forward-thinking and adaptable, ready for anything.
All right, let's get back to those technical questions. They might ask you to explain a specific distillation process, like fractional distillation.
Okay, so break it down step by step. The principles behind it, the equipment involved, the factors that affect its efficiency.
And don't be afraid to use visuals. A simple diagram can go a long way in explaining things clearly.
Right, sometimes a picture really is worth 1,000 words. Okay, how about equipment maintenance? Describe your experience with maintaining distillation equipment. What are some key tasks and why are they important?
They're looking for someone who gets the importance of preventative maintenance, someone proactive.
Yeah, talk about routine inspections, cleaning procedures, lubrication, replacing parts.
And if you've faced any specific maintenance challenges in the past and how you overcame them, definitely share those stories.
Right, it brings your experience to life.
Okay.
Let's talk troubleshooting. What are some common causes of pressure drop in a distillation column?
Be ready to discuss a whole range of potential issues. Leaks, blockages, problems with the vacuum pump.
But don't just list them. Walk them through your troubleshooting process. How do you pinpoint the root cause?
Show them you're systematic and analytical in your approach.
Right, process control time. How do you monitor and control the temperature and pressure in a distillation column?
They want to see that you understand the importance of maintaining those optimal operating conditions.
So talk about the different sensors and control systems. Temperature controllers, pressure regulators, flow meters, all that good stuff.
And again, RoleCatcher's AI can help you research what specific systems this company uses so you can really tailor your answer.
Okay, safety systems. What are some safety features commonly found in distillation units, and how do they work?
This is about knowing the engineering behind those safety systems. Pressure relief valves, emergency shutdowns, fire suppression.
Explain how those systems work to prevent accidents and protect the process.
And if you've ever identified a potential safety hazard and taken steps to address it, definitely share that story.
Show them you're proactive about safety. All right, teamwork. Describe a time you had to collaborate with others to solve a problem during a distillation operation.
They want to see that you're a team player, someone who can communicate effectively and work towards a shared goal.
So think about a time you had to troubleshoot something with engineers or other operators.
Highlight your communication skills, your ability to listen to different perspectives and work towards a solution together.
Teamwork makes the dream work, right? Okay, environmental regulations. What are some environmental considerations associated with distillation operations, and how do you ensure compliance?
This is a big one. They want to see that you understand the impact these processes can have on the environment.
Talk about the relevant regulations like the Clean Air Act and the Clean Water Act.
Explain how you would monitor emissions, treat wastewater, and implement waste reduction strategies.
And if you've ever taken any initiative to reduce environmental impact, definitely mention that.
It shows that you're committed to sustainability. Now, before we move on, I want to remind you about all the resources RoleCatcher has to help you prepare for this interview.
Their AI-powered platform can give you personalized feedback on your answers and help you really tailor them to the specific job.
It's like having a personal career coach in your pocket. So take advantage of those tools and get ready to wow them in that interview. Welcome back to our deep dive on acing those distillation operator interviews. We've been covering a lot of ground.
Yeah, from those must-know questions to how RoleCatcher's AI can give you a real edge in your prep.
And throughout it all, we've emphasized showcasing not just your technical skills, but also your problem solving, your commitment to safety, and your passion.
Right, because at the end of the day, it's about showing them you're the right fit for the role in the company.
Absolutely. So before we wrap up, I want to leave you with something to think about. As you embark on this career path, how do you see the role of the distillation operator evolving in the future?
That's a great question. I mean, we're already seeing technology rapidly transforming the industry.
Right, with automation, advanced control systems, and even data analytics becoming more and more prevalent.
So as you're prepping for interviews and thinking about your long-term goals, consider how you can stay ahead of the curve.
Exactly. Embrace those technological advancements and position yourself as a valuable asset in this evolving landscape.
Maybe it's learning new software for process monitoring or developing expertise in predictive maintenance.
Or even diving into data analytics to optimize those distillation processes. The possibilities are truly endless.
And by constantly learning and adapting, you'll not only excel in your role, but also future-proof your career.
Couldn't agree more. So as you step into that interview room, remember, you're not just showcasing your current skills. You're presenting yourself as someone who's eager to learn, grow, and contribute to the future of this industry.
And we have no doubt that you'll make a lasting impression. And don't forget, RoleCatcher is there to support you every step of the way.
Use those incredible resources, and you'll be well on your way to landing that dream job and building a fulfilling career.
All right, that's a wrap on our deep dive into distillation operator interviews. We hope you found this helpful, and we wish you the best of luck in your job search.
Thanks for joining us. And until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep striving for success.